media is also very important. They play an extremely important role in bringing more people, bringing visibility to women's sport, bringing visibility to women footballers. So each of us who are part of this ecosystem have to contribute. We can't just sit back and criticize other people. And when I went to West Ham, the only thought for me was that I wanted to play. I didn't want to sit on the bench. This It was a great opportunity for me to test myself because I was already playing for the senior team, for the senior Indian team before going to UK, and I wanted to see where I stood in UK level because UK is known for football. And I honestly feel that especially after the second ACL, for me to come back after 2 years and play at the level that I did in this last IWL, I was really proud of myself. And that gave me a feeling that if I could overcome this, then I can overcome anything in life.
2015, England. A young goalkeeper from Delhi walks into the West Ham United ladies, determined to test herself at the highest level. This was not just another signing, this was history. Aditi Chauhan had become the first Indian woman to play professional football in Europe.
After trying out in different clubs, I ended up at West Ham, and I when initially I didn't really. Yeah, I realized that it's going to be such a big news and it'll be covered so widely. For me, I ended up there through my own efforts, through emailing, going for trials myself. There were no agents or managers helping me out. Um, so now there's a lot of help in that regards for the current generation of players. But back then I had to figure out everything on my own. And when I went to West Ham, the only thought for me was that I wanted to play. I didn't want to sit on the bench. It was a great opportunity for me to test myself because I was already playing for the senior team, for the senior Indian team before going to UK, and I wanted to see where I stood in UK level because UK is known for football. So knew it's going to be tough, and that was a great thing for me because I love competition, and it was a challenge for me to see if I can step up and play at that level. So I'm glad that I could. It took me a while to adjust myself, but I think that whole experience in UK made a major impact in my development, both as a player and as a person off the field as well.
That step up from Delhi to West Ham transformed Aditi's game, and soon her gloves carried India to the grandest of stages. From a hat-trick of SAFF titles to facing the legend Marta herself.
Yeah, playing against Brazil was extremely special. Never even thought that would be possible. Never imagined it would be possible to meet Marta, who's a legend. We've heard stories while growing up. For Migo's last match was special. Of course, representing India in West Ham was a great responsibility that I was lucky to shoulder. And I think the most special would be the first time that I got the national team jersey, because coming from a military family, it meant a lot for me to represent my country, wear that India badge on my chest. And also, I think that was kind of helped me convince my parents also to support me even more in my dreams with football.
Goalkeeping, incidentally, did not choose Aditi at the outset, and football was not even her first sport. In fact, Aditi was a black belt in karate, a district basketball player, and a javelin thrower as well. But somewhere along the way, football found her.
I know it might sound cliche, but I think football chose me. Because, like I said, I was playing multiple sports, and suddenly there was an opportunity to play or to actually go for a camp for under-19 Delhi team. And my basketball coach suggested that I could go and give trials as a goalkeeper because of my basketball background. My hand-eye coordination was good. Physically, I was obviously fit and agile. And those aspects, I think, in long term, playing multiple sports gave me you pick up different small things that you don't realize, but it actually comes in really handy when I started playing football as a goalkeeper. Those little aspects, your moving, your agility, And also, I think education played a very important role and helped me get to a level that I could achieve, because you analyze the game differently, you understand different perspectives, different situations in the game that could possibly happen. So you start anticipating a lot, and that's an important part of goalkeeping, that you're preparing yourself and the team for anything that can happen in a match. So yeah, I think that's how I ended up playing football and being a goalkeeper. And what the first opportunity that I got, I just felt like it connected with my personality as well. Just that of being a leader on the field, communicating, helping the team out. Those were things that really connected with me personally.
But the road to an illustrious career was never straight. Two ACL injuries, each threatening to end it all, demanding every ounce of energy she had.
Toughest things that I've been able to overcome. But I'm glad that I could. And I honestly feel that after, especially after the second ACL, for me to come back after 2 years and play at the level that I did in this last IWL, I was really proud of myself. And that gave me a feeling that if I could overcome this, that I can overcome anything in life. And that's the thing that I take away from the challenges that I've faced in my life. That I was able to face them with a strong head, and I kept going. I didn't give up. Although there were times that I was really down and didn't feel like playing again, and there were a lot of doubts. Obviously, you go through lots of emotions in those months and in that period. But I'm glad that I had the right people around me. I had the right support system. You can't do it alone for sure. You need right people to guide you back into the path that you're supposed to be on mentally. And I could do that. Obviously, it takes a lot out of you as well. You have to be really strong mentally to overcome all those things, because especially for women's football, because you don't have that kind of those kind of lucrative contracts that you want to get back into. I could have easily given up and I could have easily done something else, taken up a job or taken up some other role, um, which would have been a lot more easier and maybe even made more money for me. But playing is different. Representing the country is a different feeling, and that's what motivated me. And the fact that I wanted to retire on my own terms. I think that was the biggest motivation for me. I just couldn't let an injury define my career. That couldn't be the way that I stop playing and end my career. I wanted to retire on my own terms, get back on the field, perform at the level I knew I can perform.
When Aditi finally hung up her boots, she caught the world by surprise. Many thought she had plenty more left in her as a player, but for Aditi, the decision was deeply personal.
Even to make that, like to post that post, was also took me 2 months. It was ready and it took me 2 months to actually post it. So it was obviously one of the most difficult decisions that I've taken in my life. And uh, yeah, you always think of what if, and as a player you never want to stop. You want to continue playing and play as long as you can possibly can. And but in my case, there were a lot of factors that were playing a part, and like I can't elaborate on all the factors, but I'm at peace. I'm at peace with where I ended, how I ended. I'm just, like I said, I'm just glad that I could end it on my terms.
And yet, Aditi never really walked away. Football still followed her through She Kicks, a platform she built in 2018 to give young girls, working women, even mothers, a chance to play.
The young players are not getting enough competitive matches to actually progress and improve. Because in my experience, no matter how much you train, unless you're putting that in matches and you're actually competing, you don't really improve. That's from my experience in UK, when I saw the difference of playing throughout the year. You're playing competitive matches every weekend for a few months. That's where you start improving and grow your game. With that in mind, we started the She Kicks League. We did the first edition in Delhi with an overwhelming response. We had teams traveling from Maharashtra as well to play a six-a-side tournament in Delhi, which was really surprising for me as well. but that just showed the lack of opportunities or lack of platforms for women playing football. And that really pushed me to do better and come back better. This year, we decided to do the league and take the league to not just in Delhi, but take it to 4 cities, with Bangalore being the first city that we started with. And hopefully, in the future, the other 3 cities, Calcutta, Delhi, and Mumbai, we can have even bigger league there.
From Delhi to London, from Brazil to Bangalore, Aditi Chauhan's gloves have caught more than just footballs. They've carried a movement, and her story, in many ways, is still being written.